Yes, sir. That's Whiskey Baker 8 Delta Mike X-ray. Kevin here in Columbus, Ohio. Good afternoon.
Roger, Kevin. Let's see, you're in Ohio. And what radio are you running, sir?
You're in Ohio. And what radio are you running, sir?
I run a TR-4C Drake. Going to the L4B, which is on standby, the QSO.
All righty. Why don't you give me about 10 seconds and tell me about your antenna system, sir?
Why don't you give me about 10 seconds and tell me about your antenna system, sir?
The setup here, the 40-foot BX tower here behind the shack there. My vertical is a Hustler 5B TV. It's about 20 feet from the behind the shack there on the opposite side of the yard there. We don't have too much space, but there you have it. There's a little small community where I live at there for sure. They're over.
All right. TR-4C, let's see, you don't have any onboard EQ or compression, Roger?
That is correct. That is correct.
All righty. Where's your mic gain currently standing on that radio?
Sitting exactly 12 o'clock.
Just out of curiosity, could you advance that to 3 o'clock and let me hear you?
Okay, without no processor, doesn't have a processor on this rig here, but that's the right there at 3 o'clock.
Roger, yeah, back to noontime. You get fatter, but you also get a little more ragged, Roger?
Yeah, QSO, I'll kind of back it down a bit more. That should change everything right there for you, over.
All right, now, what kind of mic are you running?
I'm running a straight factory mic with that there. It's the 600 ohm hand mic there. Go ahead.
All right, I'm just thinking about maybe trying to get a little more top end out of that. How far away are you working that mic?
About a pencil length from my mouth there. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, in inches?
I see about 6.5 inches.
All right, I think that's pretty good there. If you get closer, you know, there's a thing called proximity effect. And if you get closer, things start to get bassier. But let's try 10 o'clock on your audio mic gain control, and then I want you to come up. What type of mic is that? Is that a desk mic?
That'd be a straight hand mic on this rig there, over.
Okay. What I want you to do is take your mic gain down to a 10, which is about 11 o'clock, 11:30 on your control there. And I want you to bring that mic up to the side of your mouth and talk across it. Don't talk into it, but pull it to the corner of your lips, actually touching your lips, and talk across it. Roger, let me hear you.
Okay, that should be right in that area there for you there on this end. We do have that on the side, like you did say there, over.
All right, pull that down to 9 o'clock, that mic gain. Pull it down to 9 o'clock, and let me hear you.
This is Whiskey Bravo 8, Delta Mike X-ray, WB8DMX.
Roger, probably better where you were, sir. Volume at noon and about 6 inches back. I was looking for an effect. Sometimes when you get closer to mic, you get a fuller sound, not just bass build up, which is proximity effect, but you also get a nice upper mids and top end too. But in your case, it just I can hear this distortion somewhere in there. I'm not sure exactly where it's coming from, but don't want to rattle too many cages. So I would say bring that mic gain back to noontime, and we'll call it close enough.
Okay, now she's exactly at noontime there, exactly 12 o'clock there for sure where I had it set there. And like I did say, no processing whatsoever on this rig there, so it's a tube type there, over.
Yes, sir. Now, you could bring that radio screaming into the current times by a little outward processing, outward EQ and compression would just, that radio would just sound so marvelous with that, and probably would not cost very much, like maybe $100, $120, something like that. Just bring that radio right into today, Roger.
Oh yeah, QSO. I heard a lot of guys talking to me about that, and I'm thinking about doing that before Christmas time. It might be a gift to want to get the unit like that set up for this radio, over.
Roger. Now, the only distortion that I think could be happening there is you might be getting some RF into your AF. So what you want to do is be sure that your antenna transmission line is moving away from everything, away from the radio at a right angle, and not, being coiled up somewhere or whatever, Just that transmission line, we don't want any RF leakage back into your audio, Roger.
I have the trunk cables going to the tower, tail cable, half-inch, they're small, and commercial grade there, going out from the wall out to the tower and stuff like that there. But I'm going to have that checked out ASAP. It's the first thing tomorrow there when the weather provides it. Go ahead.
Okay, I did hear some severe distortion in that last transmission. It was really severe. It sounded like a duck. So it might be that, let's see, you're using a hand mic. Try pulling the hand mic cord straight off from the radio. Expand the coil, if you will, and try to move that mic away from the radio, like maybe 4 feet, 3 feet, something like that, and let me hear you.
Like maybe 4 feet, 3 feet, something like that, and let me hear you.
Well, I'm in a recliner chair. That's why I'm in a recliner chair away from the rig gear itself. And I'm talking at it right there. I'll say about 3 feet from the table.
Roger. Well, like I say, it did get strange. And it was really severe, to the point that I had a really good signal, but I couldn't understand what you were saying. So I'm assuming it was an audio thing,
So I'm assuming it was an audio thing,
I've been getting guys saying good audio quality coming from it there for sure, but they were the older rigs there for sure. But I might end up getting newer mic board and stuff here in about a week here on this thing for sure there. WB8DMX for ID.
Roger, it's occurring on the peaks, and it is pretty severely distorted from time to time, related to the peaks. And so if you have another microphone handy, if you would try that, I would listen for that, Roger.
If you would try that, I would listen for that, Roger.
I have no extra mic whatsoever. I got the original one from the factory, and it's fit with the rig since I bought it back in '75 there. But I'm upgraded to a D1R5 probably if I get a chance and find one.
Roger. Well, like I say, it's got some severe distortion now. Maybe try manipulating your mic gain control. Maybe you've got a dirty pot. It doesn't sound like that, but that's the only thing I could think of. Maybe manipulate that pot back and forth, up and down, and then come back to 12 and let me hear you.
Back and forth, up and down, and then come back to 12 and let me hear you. Yeah, I changed a few things around and stuff. Did that change anything a whole lot better?
That's very clear there. No trouble at all now.
That's very clear there. No trouble at all now.
My SWR was off just a little bit there. That's what made a problem there for sure. The SWR was off a little bit there on the rig there. Actually, like I said, she'd clear it up. Should have no distortion whatsoever now.
No, very clear. Now, how did you adjust your SWR?
Very clear. Now, how did you adjust your SWR?
I'm using the MM2000 tuner. I was going through the tuner with that there, and it was off there. It was 3 to 1 there, and I got it down to 1 to 1.
Roger. Well, that may be, because it's clean now. Well, thank God for easy fixes, Roger.
Thank God for easy fixes, Roger.
You got that right, my dear friend. Well, I tell you, I don't have nothing here solid state. Everything here is all tubes and stuff. We've been in the family for many, many moons and stuff. I'm a big AM operator here at nighttime on the Viking 2 there, and I had modifications done to the audio section and redid the interstage transformer inside that there, and then I've been getting a lot of stuff like that right on with the SC300 receiver.
Roger, sounds beautiful. Let me get out of here while we're still sounding good. And 73, Kevin, have a great afternoon, beautiful weekend.
Sounding good. And 73, Kevin, have a great afternoon, beautiful weekend. Hey, thanks a lot for helping me out there. Really appreciate that very much out there on this end, my friend. Be blessed. Enjoy the weekend. Have a fine one. From William Baker 8, Delta Mike X-Ray here in beautiful downtown Columbus, Ohio.